Hi everyone, and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa, and in today's reading we will be looking into what you need to know at this time. So there are 3 groups to choose from, timestamps in the description box below for when you know which one or ones are calling to you the most. Take your time with choosing, and let's take a closer look at each option, starting off with group 1. You have the card here of focus. Group 2 for you, we have the card here of purity. Group 3, for you, we have this card of opportunity. So there we have it. Pause the video if you need more time to look. If you enjoy the reading, please remember to leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave comments below letting me know how it resonated for you. So I'll leave you here and I'll see you in your groups. Hello group 1, and welcome to your reading on what you need to know right now. So let's go on and try to get an answer to that question. What does group 1 need to know right now, please? What does group 1 need to know? Okay. Yeah, focus on the positive. Keep your heart open. Seems very relationship based for you, group 1. And I do feel right now you are in the process of eventually opening yourself up to the possibility of inviting more connections into your life, whether that is romantic or platonic. I feel right now you're getting an understanding of what blockages may be still there, or what you're still processing that doesn't allow you to be as open in relationship. I do feel right now you're understanding the relationship dynamics that you've been engaging in, really coming to a new awareness of your role in relationships, how you like to show up and how you like others to show up for you. I'm getting a real big energy on discovering the truth of your needs and why you value certain traits in a partner or in the people that you surround yourself with. It's like I want to give examples, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to explain this efficiently, but it's making me think if you value honesty, I say that because I see this Sagittarius here, why is that? I just feel a deeper look at what it is that you're seeking and why you're seeking it. Because it does have to do with you wanting to feel safe enough to share your vulnerabilities, and I feel you don't want that to be taken advantage of. I mean, who does, right? But it's almost as if you've gone from being open into more cautious. And this could be from a pattern in your family as well, with this first quarter moon in Cancer. I feel like there's one underneath it. It is. Okay. And there is another one underneath that too. It's like there's hidden emotions, I feel, for you, group 1, and especially with this full moon in Scorpio, it feels like there is a release of emotions that have been beneath the surface, coming, I feel, whenever you're seeing this in the next full moon, it will be a good time to really focus on your emotions that day. But yeah, with all of this energy here and these two cards hiding, I do feel there's like either it's a desire that's hidden, emotions that have been repressed, or a value that you have but haven't really found it in your connections, or you haven't fully explored the scope of what that looks like for you in relationships. But with these two fixed signs here, it's making me think of needing to find an anchor for your emotions, or finding a way to feel anchored while you experience the intensity of emotions. Because there is this energy of wanting to be on a level of detachment, or very clear and maybe more focused on the energies of the environment or the energy of the relationship, without putting too much focus on your feelings. I feel like I'm trying to keep the peace, not trying to rock the boat, maybe putting your feelings aside to ensure that everything is flowing smoothly. But it seems like that's been affecting your ability to connect with your emotions even outside of relationship. So yeah, I do also feel there's been a preoccupation with feelings of maybe discomfort or melancholy that you may be dealing with, or trying to figure out why you feel certain ways, or what's the root of this feeling of sadness or disappointment. And with this new moon in Sagittarius, I feel in those times, honor that space, honor that time. If you have self-care practices that you have in place, it will be good to utilize those in times of difficulty emotionally and just in general. But in your spare time, I feel focusing on your higher ideals, or what you strive to accomplish, or what inspires you in general, putting more attention and focus in that area of life could provide some solace to your situation, or could provide a sense of hope for you to eventually move out of this energy. And when I see the new moon in Sagittarius, it always makes me think of developing a new gratitude practice, or maybe becoming more intentional with your practice if you already have one in place. Yeah, so let's see what else wants to come out. Trying to decide which deck I want to use. Let's go with this one. Any other messages for group 1, please? Any other messages for group 1? That's interesting. Yeah, I do feel like you're processing emotions right now. You're processing a certain situation or how something unfolded, and really trying to extract all the wisdom from the situation. I don't necessarily feel like everything that's happened in a certain relationship dynamic has been favorable or easy, but there is this resilience about you, group 1, where even when you face difficulty, there's this wanting to look on the I want to say the bright side, or at least try to see the lesson, or the hidden blessings within the situation. And I do feel like that's an honorable thing for you, and I feel like it's most helpful, but also give yourself time to not try to shoulder through it, without fully processing the negative emotions, or giving yourself compassion enough to just recognize that, some situations just suck and there's really not much else to it. There's not a huge lesson to take from it. It's just, that's part of life, and we deal with people who aren't the best and that aren't the best for us, and the main lesson is just to walk away. But it doesn't I'm just thinking, like, don't try to rack your mind on what else do I need to learn from this, why haven't I moved on. I just think it's a emotional process that you just have to give yourself space and grace for. Like the digestive system, it just goes through its own motions. There's no rushing, there's no overcomplication of it. It just happens. So with that Virgo card coming out, I do feel like time is your best friend right now, and to not jump into any new situation that you are not particularly ready for, because you may be bringing past occurrences or defenses from your past into a new situation that may cause some level of a I want to say a blow up, but that's not the word I'm looking for. You may get triggered and it may lead to a disagreement of some kind, and that'll bring some illumination to the hidden emotions that have not fully been addressed. Anything else? Okay, with Earth in conjunction with Alliance. So yeah, with that Hearth card, it always makes me think of stoking the fire, not losing hope, not losing inspiration or motivation to continue to forge relationships with others, or allowing past situations to close you off in some way, or keep you from really allowing yourself to move forward. I feel like this is more to do with your aspirations, this Hearth card, and not allowing past relationship dynamics or disappointments in another area of your life, like your relationships, keep you from fully pursuing what is going to expand your life in some way, or expand your network, or even expand your net worth. Because I feel there is a preoccupation with relationships, and that could be draining some of your vitality, to move something forward, or to scale for some of you, your business, or to scale your idea of how something could turn out for you, or just expanding your view of what your life could look like, or what you're capable of achieving. Group 1. So let's get into the tarot now, because we need a bit more detail. But it seems to be a good time to make some type of alliance with a collaborator, or really just getting your name out there. This makes me think of birds of a feather flock together, so attracting like-minded individuals to you, or sharing your experience in a way that allows you to connect more deeply with the people around you. Anything else for group 1? What do they need to know? Anything else? Yeah, there's this drifting I feel for you, group 2, and especially in your times alone, I feel this happens, of really ruminating on the past, or ruminating on past decisions that were made, and really trying to figure out, is this the way things are supposed to be? Did I approach that situation the best? Yeah, there's this level of being disconnected even from your emotions, because I want to say there's like not, I really don't know if you really want to be in your emotions right now, because it seems as if when they come up, it's not something that you want to address. Maybe because you are so focused on external things like your work or your family, or other things that happen in life. Yeah, there just seems to be a level of indecision about where to go next or how to move forward. So what can we do about this? Okay. What do you need to know? The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel there is a preoccupation with things outside of you, and it's causing a bit of imbalance in your personal life. Maybe you are not having enough time to really explore the scope of your emotion. Maybe there are some financial issues that are also causing a level of stress or difficulty, or not really being completely satisfied with your current financial situation, or wanting to make a change but feeling a bit stuck in your present situation. What can they do about this though? Like, we're just highlighting things, but what is the advice? The Eight of Swords. Yeah, there is that feeling of being stuck. Maybe a sense of feeling trapped in something, and I feel it's maybe asking you to get more connected with those feelings rather than trying to run away from them, or trying to turn away from them, or staying in a certain situation that causes you to feel restricted. Or maybe there's this emotional restriction, or feeling like you won't be able to show up completely with these emotions. I feel like I'm getting a little lost in this energy, to be completely honest with you, group 1. But the Eight of Swords, it's like you have to restrain a part of yourself in order to show up. And whether that's showing up in a relationship or showing up in your life in general, like in your job, maybe you have to put on a cool demeanor, but really underneath that it's a lot happening. Or in a relationship, there's just a lot happening. You don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to upset the flow of things. I just feel not wanting to disrupt a flow. But it's interesting because I feel, I don't know how long that may last. Anything else for group 1? Okay, I'm feeling like I need to put this deck away and get the other deck. Okay. Any other advice for group 1? Okay. With the Seven of Wands, so yeah. I do feel this is really asking for you, group 1, to create more of a sacred space for yourself. I feel if you've been very active in your life socially, or very active career-wise, and this is really saying to give yourself some level of a break, because I do feel like you may be reaching your breaking point, or you won't be able to show up fully at these events or in your life or with the people around you if you do not feel centered within yourself, or at least deeply connected to your emotion, or deeply connected to what's happening beneath the surface. Because with the Five of Pentacles on the bottom, it seems like there is this feeling of not being completely understood, or feeling as if there isn't enough nurturing of your needs, or your needs aren't being completely met, and maybe you're seeking these things out in different avenues that may not be as healthy for you, or trying to distract yourself in some way, or maybe there are a lot of distractions that are pulling your attention away from yourself, in your pain as well. I just feel like it seems to be very difficult to look at this pain, or to acknowledge it, or to acknowledge how deep it is. Geez, group one, I'm sorry if this message is too heavy. Can we get some closing advice or messages for group one, please? Group one. We have the Lovers, so you know, I feel in your time alone you may think a lot about a relationship or the lack thereof. Like maybe you yearn for love, or that yearning is painful, maybe for a past relationship, or you're not quite sure what actions or decisions need to be made to align you with this love that you're seeking. I heard, what am I doing wrong? Like maybe this over criticism, or deeply criticizing yourself on how you show up in relationship. But I feel that's what creates the defenses, and what keeps you from just being able to be present and allowing the connection to build on itself without you needing to control it or control the narrative. And we also have the Tower. I knew something was going to shake up with the Tower. So I just feel like there's going to be things that happen that allow for a level of illumination on these particular dynamics or issues that have been going on in your life. The Four of Wands makes me think that this may happen in a group setting with people, or maybe there's a conversation that's had that leads to a great awakening, I want to say, or just allows you to see how maybe you've been stuck in a certain mind pattern or a thought pattern that isn't as helpful to you. And I do feel that there's going to be a lot more clarity that comes through. Maybe this is even at a festival, or it just seems like when you least expect it, things will start to make sense, or there's going to be a flash of insight that comes through. Maybe some type of experience that you have will allow this to make more sense for you, or this is encouraging you to engage in more activities with others, so that you have a sort of a mirror, or you're able to exchange ideas about this arena of your life. Yeah, I do feel expanding your relationships in general and not focusing too much on one particular type of relationship. So that's where I feel I meant to leave it for you, group one. Please let me know how it resonated for you in the comments below. I send you so much love, peace, joy, and abundance. Group 1, I hope you create a space of love and comfort for yourself during this time. And I hope that you are also surrounded by a community of love and support. So that's where I leave you. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Until then, bye-bye. Hi, Group 2, and welcome to your reading on what you need to know right now. So let's go on and see what that may be. For Group 2, please, what do they need to know at this time? What do they need to know? So many. Sorry, Group 2, I got a bit distracted by all the energy on the table all at once. First of all, Group 2, I want you to take this time to just give yourself a pat on the back, okay? Because I feel like you've been showing up and showing out, really taking some very proactive moves in your life, really making strong strides along your path. Even when you didn't know what was the next move, I feel like you still made it, you know. And I feel you're always focused on, okay, what's next? Where are we headed now? What do I need to get done now? What's required of me now? And it's never a moment to just breathe and to really reflect on how far you've come and the person that you've grown into based on what challenges you have surmounted. I feel like you're very focused on your long-term achievement, or very focused on the outcome of a specific endeavor that you're taking. And I feel that there are some underlying fears around things not working out for you, or things not turning out the way that you hope for them to. And with this full moon in Cancer, I just want to say, let yourself feel those fears, let yourself recognize that they're there, but at the same time not allowing it to cloud your judgment of what the reality of the situation is. Look at where you presently are. Look at how much you have gotten done. I just feel it's a big energy of just steeping in your accomplishments right now, like you're a tea bag. Okay, you have so many goodies inside of you that you have yet to seep out into the world. And although you've already provided so much, or you've already invested so much, it's like you want to continue to extract yourself of all that you are capable of, or you're wanting to really make this move forward. You know, it feels quite hopeful for you, Group 2. I don't really necessarily feel like things are falling apart in your life. Thank God. Okay, thank the heavens. I just feel this is more of a mental battle right now. It feels very cloudy, very like you are moving away from what you used to know and moving into the void, is what I feel. It's just needing to really reckon with the fact that you are moving on to bigger and better things right now, and you can't allow any insecurities keep you from fully establishing your presence, or fully going after what it is that you are hoping for. really becoming more aware of the thought patterns you have around your endeavors or around yourself or around your work ethic or around your career in general with these earth signs, and not overcomplicating the process. Let's see what else wants to come out for you, group 2. What else for group 2, please? Group 2, what area of life is this mainly affecting group 2? I'm thinking patience. Yeah, with Aquarius, you may be wanting to work with the community in some way, or you are wanting to expand your network, or maybe you're pursuing something that involves other people or trying to bring other people together. Yeah, it just feels like a collaborative effort in some way, or wanting to make this happen. And I feel like you may be a bit worried about how pulling all these people together may cause maybe a bit of tension with this square aspect, or maybe there is a bit of difficulty with making these things happen, or maybe forming the events or making time in your schedule to make this happen, because I feel like this is a dream that you may have to fully invest into this aspect of your life, of building community or building friendship or exchanging ideas with other people. But I do feel like you are also juggling a different side of your life that provides you with stability, and maybe that is taking a lot of your energy. And I feel like you may be straddling between, like, am I able to keep this going? How long am I going to be able to keep this going? How can we expand this network? Maybe how can you delegate some responsibilities or make things more easy for you? Yeah, I feel like you may eventually need to hire people or hire someone. This feels like a long-term thing. Whatever you're working on right now, it feels quite big, honestly bigger than you. And I feel that's why you need to really be gentle with yourself at this time, because this work doesn't seem like something that's just going to end in the next year or so. It feels like it's going to continue to scale, or it's going to continue to expand. So a lot of patience is needed with this process, and a lot of the doubts or the worries that you've had about something are needing to really be let go of, because I really feel they're more of a figment of your imagination rather than fact. And I hope that's not coming off rude. I apologize if so. But really, group 2, I don't know if you see the magnitude of what you're working on right now, and the message here is to take a step back and to just bask in what you've completed thus far, to not try to rush things ahead, to not try to rush how much you attract right now, or how many people you attract right now, because it will get quite large. I want to say all these moons are quite big. They're like in my face. So I feel right now, manage what is going on right now, because I feel like this is as much as you can manage. And if it were to go to the height that you want it to go right now, I feel like you become overwhelmed, or it would be a lot to take on, and it would be too much. So I feel like slow and steady is the way to go. Things are growing, things are happening. but it's just a time of readjustment and getting adjusted. So anything else for group 2? Yeah, it feels like you're in an adjustment period, like getting an understanding of what tweaks might need to be made, or how to establish a stronger foundation for what you're building. Seeing what works and what doesn't, and developing more clarity or a more set plan about the direction ahead. Yeah, there's a bit of opposition here. So I do feel like it's a need for balance of like your priorities, of what's necessary for you to fulfill, and also your hopes for what you want to achieve or what you want to establish or accomplish with something. I want to say things won't always be this way, group 2. I do feel like you're in the midst of change right now. Yeah, with transits on the bottom, it's just really about getting clear on what is going to sustain you long term, and investing your time into that. Yeah, and investing your time into your passions as well, or maybe creating a space for you to collaborate with others in a way that's expressive or allows a space for expression. I feel like whatever you're working on is going to allow you to work on your passions sustainably, but right now I feel like you're just needing to balance two worlds, it seems. But we have discomfort with debilitated and Sagittarius. So yeah, there is this energy of expansion and scaling your projects, or scaling your life, or scaling something, and not really putting limitations on how far something could go, because like I was saying before, it seems like you're working on something that's bigger than you, group 2, and that may put you in a space of feeling like, am I capable of handling this? And it is pushing you into an area of expertise that you may not feel you have. But there's like this latent talent that's underlying, that needs to be revealed, that needs to be seen. A level of leadership, of determination, of passion for something. Maybe a passion for community, or a passion for connecting with others, or speaking or connecting. It's like you're serving as a bridge, and yeah, I feel this is new for you, so give yourself space and grace. Okay, group 2, because congratulations. Like, it feels like you're forging into new arenas that require skill that maybe you haven't really needed to use before. So let's please get a bit more information for you, group 2. What do they need to know? Why is this what they need to know? What's going on here? The 6 of Swords. Yeah, I do feel like you're in the energy of transition. You are in the dark. I feel like you're not really sure how things will turn out. You just know that you gotta move forward, and there's really no turning back. Yeah, with the leave the past behind. I feel like you've just ended something, or you're moving out of an ending, or really processing something that's ended, or wanting to eventually make a career shift, or thinking about your long-term plans. I just feel like a level of shifting happening, and it's really asking you to think bigger and envision more for your life and for yourself than what you have been conditioned to. Anything else for group 2? Yeah, King of Wands and the Six of Wands. For some of you, this is definitely you becoming an entrepreneur of some type, or you really tuning into your ability to attract others or to motivate others or to create something of substance, of sustenance, I want to say, something that is quite enlivening or is going to be refreshing for others. Yeah, and for some of you, this could be wanting to reform an institution or wanting to reform the way things happen within a certain community. It just feels like you're in the energy of reformation or wanting to bring light to things that not many people know about, or you have information that a lot of people aren't aware of. And eventually, I do feel that your experience in whatever field you're in right now will assist you long term or down the line. But right now, you're in this position of gaining that information, of acquiring this wisdom, or really coming into awareness about your direction ahead, so that when the time is ripe, I want to say, you'll be able to really utilize these experiences in a way that is profitable to you. I just want to say there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of expansion. There's a lot of desire for more, a desire to establish something of longevity, I feel. And I want to say it will happen, but patience and time, okay? And I feel like you're already doing a pretty good job. Like, celebrate the small successes, group 2, because that's what's leading you to the greater ones. So anything else for group 2, please? There we go, with more Aquarius energy. I just keep feeling like you're doing something. It's like you're a bridge for heaven and earth, like you're doing God's work. Group 2, maybe you work in a healing field, or you're very interested in the energy of healing, of transformation. I feel like you're undergoing your own level of transformation. This feels quite major for you. You could be going through an intense healing journey right now, or at least an intense part of your healing journey, and that may include other people. So your connection with other people could be healing you or healing for you, or whatever you're doing right now, or whatever your focus is on, is helping you to transform in some way, or helping you to come to a greater understanding of what your, I want to say what your purpose is, or what you feel your purpose is. And I feel like that's becoming more illuminated to you the more you continue to take action towards this goal or this dream. Yeah, you know, I feel this is a time of expanding the mind and going beyond the scope of your belief of what's possible. Yeah, you'd be surprised with that Page of Cups. You'd be surprised what could happen for you. Don't allow your mind to trap you in feelings of doubt or worry or confinement. Like I was saying, I don't know if I said this before to you, group 2, but yeah, with the Six of Swords, things will not always be this way. I feel like you're moving forward and towards a very good station in life, or at least being able to achieve what it is that you're wanting to, and it feels like it includes other people. And I feel like you're a perfect person for this task. Group 2, it feels like you have the gift of the gab, you know, like you're able to really inspire other people, or bring other people together in some way, or create a community of people, and that should be honored. And yeah, this Death card is just giving that energy of this pursuit is going to transform you in some way, and it's going to be incredibly healing for you as well. So anything else? One final card I'm feeling for group 2. Trust in yourself, trust in God or the divine or the universe. Really just trust in your feelings, because you wouldn't be this drawn to this path if it wasn't something there for you. Okay, group 2. One more card, please, for them, if they need it. Let's see. Okay, I feel like you don't. So the 2 of Wands on the bottom tells me to get more creative with your plans for how things can turn out. Really think about what you want this to turn into, because it is still in the beginning phase, or it is still developing. Like, you still have time to make shifts or changes in the direction of things. So really expand, okay, with that Sagittarius card. Really think about how far you want this to go. Do you want it to go global? Do you want it to go national or regional? Like, what do you want? And believe that it can happen for you. So gonna move that here. Final messages. Any advice for group 2, please? Advice for group 2. Whoa. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, let me chill. We also have the World. So I was gonna say, with the Page of Swords, this is really talking about connecting with other people, perhaps online, or spreading the word through different platforms. With the Page of Swords, I'm also thinking of maybe talking with someone who you know is very curious or very innovative, or who has very fresh ideas, or who is able to see the potential of something. I feel like this person is very witty, or they think very deeply. Maybe they may ask a lot of questions, or they're in school. There's someone who may help you in this endeavor, but more so with the Page of Swords, I feel like this is asking you to research more about where you could go with this, or how you can utilize the skill that you have, or how you can make this go farther. I hope I'm conveying that appropriately. But yeah, the Page of Swords just is a reminder to never lose that beginner's mindset, or that beginner's energy, because that's where all the ideas come from. That is where you get the excitement of what's possible, and allow yourself to be seen as well. Allow yourself to share something. It's interesting energy. I just feel there's a level of wholeness coming through, and whatever gives you this energy of feeling whole, really focus your attention there. Okay, and not get bogged down by the practicalities of life or the responsibilities, because that's what's providing you with the foundation of your life right now. But you're building something, and eventually you'll be able to dedicate yourself to this endeavor. But right now, you know, you just gotta keep on moving, okay? Keep on moving. It's making me think of that Jhené Aiko song, Ways, I think. Gotta keep going, okay? Gotta keep going. Yes. So I really wish you the best, group 2. You're really out here making things happen. Congratulations to you. Keep up the good work. You're really doing a phenomenal job. Thank you for your service. Thank you for bringing people together. Thank you for being you, because your energy is it's like a quality that is not of this earth. Okay, so I really feel like you're a conduit for divinity, and that should be honored, and continue to do what you do best, and that is showing up. So again, thank you for being here, group 2. Hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, I send you with love, and I'll chat with you later. Bye bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading on what you need to know right now. So let's go on and see what that may be for you, group 3. What does group 3 need to know right now, please? What does group 3 need to know? Okay, with the new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. I feel the energy of self-discovery. So much earth energy is coming out through these readings. Focus on the positive. Group 3 feels pretty good for you. If you've been doubting the success of something, don't. Easier said than done. You know, there's a similar energy to one of the groups I did before, but I think this energy here is really asking for you to look at where in your life you've been holding back, what you've been holding back from, what you have been procrastinating on, what feelings keep you from really changing a habit or changing a routine that you know you need to change. How have you been putting too much pressure on yourself? How can you alleviate that pressure? Where can you find more joy and passion in your life right now? Where can you shift your attention so that you don't feel too bogged down by what's been going on in your life? I feel like there's a new opportunity to change the course of your life, or there's a new direction being opened up for you, a new path per se being opened up for you, or an illumination of a new path. It feels like it will require some level of effort or a decision that has to be made to really commit to something or someone for some of you, but mainly I feel like something. And I feel like it's in regard to your goals or your ideas or your passions. Yeah, for some of you, this is as simple as you wanting to start a new routine in fitness, or you starting a new eating habit, or maybe a new yoga practice. It feels like you're breaking out of some level of routine that has become stifling to you or has caused your life to feel lackluster, or you're getting a clear understanding of where that energy may be coming from and what you can do to change it. Maybe as well, this is a new gratitude practice that you may be implementing into your life, or some new spiritual practice may be on the horizon for you, or this is encouraging you to look at your relationship to spirituality and maybe expanding the scope of your understanding of it. Maybe doing more practical things like just lighting a candle that burns throughout the week, or going on a walk every day, or scheduling a walk every day, or making time to engage with nature. Or I just feel like a implementation of new activity, because I feel like there's a preoccupation with what you're doing wrong or what you need to do, or knowing like, okay, I need to do this, and maybe like nagging yourself about it or picking yourself apart about how you're not doing it. But instead of that, I feel like moving out of that criticism of self and really just seeing how you can practically fit these things into your schedule, and not saying, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and then when tomorrow shows up, you're mad at yourself because you don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, I feel like this pressure that you put on yourself is what's keeping you from really being able to establish these changes and have them be sustainable long term. Because I feel like you're very aware of maybe your downfalls, or you're very aware of what things you need to change about yourself, or what things you don't like about yourself, or what things you don't like in general. But it feels like there's a less of a focus on accepting these things and then still making changes, if that makes sense. It's like, if you go to a restaurant and you don't like your dish, instead of saying, oh my god, I hate that I got this tonight, I really wish I never even tried this, like, why did they make it this way, I feel you can say, this is really not my favorite, can I have a different dish? Or not stewing in this energy of disappointment or dissatisfaction, but actively trying to find ways to get yourself out of that. That wasn't the best example, but I hope it was understood by the collective of group 3. Okay, so let's see a bit more information for you, group 3. And I feel like your emotions are very intense right now here, and there's like this pressure to perform or this pressure to show up. Maybe there's a suppression of your emotions as well. But with this full moon in Aquarius, with this be real energy here, I feel like it's asking you to be real about your situation, be real about the changes you need to make, and go for it with this new moon in Aries. Make it happen. Don't just say it, or don't just know that you have to do it, but actually do it. And overcome any feelings that keep you brooding, or that keep you lingering in negative emotion, or that plague you with energies of negativity. I feel like getting active and getting in the body, and getting active, doing things that will help you to release this energy, will help you to feel more competent and confident in what you're pursuing, or feeling more confident in what you are able to pursue. Because I feel like you have big dreams. You want a very secure and stable and luxurious life, I feel, group 3. But it's almost like you are your biggest threat in some ways. I don't want to say it like that. I just don't know how else to say it, group 3. But let's get a bit more information for you, group 3. Yeah, this criticism of self is hindering you from really being able to move forward effectively or take the actions necessary. But yeah, implementing some type of meditation practice or spiritual practice daily will help you to clear your mind, but also feel more invigorated. Also, maybe introspection or journaling will help you as well. Can we get more information for group 3, please? Okay. And we have Aries on the bottom again. So there is a big push for you to take action, group 3. And also to really be there with your emotions and to not try to suppress them with this Cancer card. Maybe there are past energies affecting you right now, or past situations that are swaying your mind or preoccupying your mind. And that's okay. Okay, you shouldn't really try to move on too fast, especially faster than you are ready for, because that energy will just get suppressed and eventually it'll have to come up and come out, and it may be harder to deal with, but those emotions won't be so difficult to sit with or look at when you have some level of outlet physically, because the more you sit with these emotions, the more difficult it is to really see the truth of the situation, without becoming nostalgic or feeling like I'm so sorry about the mic. My goodness, why did I do that? Apologies, group 3. I really apologize. I was gonna say becoming nostalgic and feeling like you've messed something up, but really, I'm not too sure if that's the truth of the situation. Maybe you made mistakes in the past with certain dynamics or relationships, but I do feel like it was more so a chance to illuminate how you interact with certain situations or with certain people, rather than you bashing yourself or feeling like you aren't capable or doubting your worthiness. Now's the time of really cleansing any insecurities that may have surfaced from your past, and implementing more practices that help you to align with yourself in a new way. But with this descendant here, I'm really looking at the energy of invitation. So I feel like this is an invitation to change, an invitation to make things different in your life, or to go about living your life differently. We can't go about life doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. I'm really feeling that energy here. Like, if you want something to change, you have to be the one to make that happen and to not brood in your current situation. And with the Descendant card, I'm also feeling maybe this is asking for you to call upon those connections that are active, maybe asking someone to go on a walk with you, or maybe meeting new people at a gym, or creating some type of club for this. I'm thinking of that app Meetup. Maybe there is a thing that you can go to that helps you to get out of your current routine. I just feel the energy of needing to shake things up for you, group 3, and bringing more light and life into your current situation, so that you can feel more in your power and feel as if you have authority in your life, or you feel like you are making the changes that you want to see, instead of waiting for life to happen or being in autopilot, or just allowing life to happen. You're really being given the chance to take control of your actions and your decisions, and to regain your strength in yourself and feeling more empowered. So, can we get additional messages for group 3, please? Additional messages for group 3, please. I love that. Yeah, I do feel like there's this energy of needing to go outside. This is so beautiful. 3 major arcanas with another on the bottom, the Hanged Man here. Yeah, things are changing. Invite changes. Don't be afraid of the unknown. I feel like you're starting off with a clean slate right now, and or at least you're moving into a time of being able to establish a new way of living for yourself. Things are changing, and you can decide whether or not you flow with those changes or if you hold on to what you've been doing thus far. But I do feel like it would benefit you to be open to the energy of expansion, but really going outside with the sun here. I just feel like being outside more frequently will be good for you, especially if you have a pet here. This just feels like an energy of getting more active and feeling more active in your own life and not feeling like you're in a constant loop or in a constant cycle of the day comes and the day goes. I eat, sleep, I breathe, I work, then I go to sleep, and then I do the same thing again. I just feel something's gotta shift, something's gotta change, and you know what to do. I feel for you, group 3. It's almost as if I'm telling you things that you already know, and now it's just really up to you. So any final advice for group 3? King of Swords. That King of Swords energy is very clear cut and concise, very truthful, very direct, and I feel this energy is asking for you to be this way to yourself. Be very honest and clear about what you need to do for yourself and how you can take better care of yourself and how maybe you haven't been doing so. Anything else? Maybe this is also getting advice from someone who is very direct, maybe very blunt, maybe listening to that person even though it may be very difficult. Some of the things that they say may not be the most compassionate, and don't accept any rude behavior, but if they're saying something that's truthful and it's triggering to you just because it is truth, then accept the truth, but refrain from lashing out on this person. Group 3. Anything else for group 3? Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's time to get active. It's time to get to moving. Maybe for some of you this is going on a short trip, or just going out to a new place or a new restaurant, playing a new instrument, igniting your passion in some way, doing something that doesn't require you to be stationary. I feel like it's really time to move for you, group 3. Getting a schedule in place as well with this King of Swords, being very clear about the schedule that you have and not deterring from it, even on the days where you feel like I don't feel like doing it. Do it anyway. If you set in mind that I'm going to work out every Monday, let that be the truth that you stand by. Have integrity in what you say and do it and follow through for the sake of yourself, group 3, because you deserve to feel good and you deserve to feel as if you can trust yourself to make the changes that you know you want to make. Interesting. With the Page of Cups. Be sure that you also, with the Page of Cups and the Hangman, oh, we have it again, the Hangman. The energy is very prominent for you. That's that energy of no procrastination. You know what needs to happen. Now it's just time to make it happen. Also, be sure that you are not indulging in behaviors that are not as healthy for you, or wanting to escape in more detrimental ways. I feel like it's fine to want to escape, but maybe go for a run if you want to escape, rather than maybe overeating or indulging in substances or anything like that. Yeah, I do feel there's a lot of inner conflict here. It may be a a shifting from being overly idealistic about the future and then very pessimistic about your present, or being too wrapped up in some type of emotional or sexual pursuits, or being preoccupied with a past relationship, or wanting to escape or indulge in relationships. Yeah, this feels like a lot of energy needing to be pulled back to you, feeling very centered and grounded within yourself, group 2, so that you can invite relationships that feel more aligned with you and not feel as if you are torn, or yeah, this energy is just very conflicting, and I feel like it's a lot of inner conflict, or feeling like you are comparing yourself to other people, or in competition with someone, or you feel like if you are with someone, like they may not want you, or they may have a wandering eye, or it's a lot of energy here. But for the most part, I just feel this is more so about you breaking free out of some type of back and forth energy, or some type of energy that's keeping you conflicted. And maybe for some of you, this is encouraging you to do some type of rock climbing, or some type of sport activity like tennis, or I don't even know why I said tennis. Maybe because I like tennis, but any type of activity, I just feel, so that you can get out of the mind. So that's what I have for you, group 3. Let me know how that resonated for you in the comments below. I send you so much love. You are worthy. You are... Oh my gosh, it's like, what happened to my brain? I just feel like I should have left it at you are worthy. You are, period. You are worthy, you are. So that's what I have for you, group 3. Let me know, again, like I said, in the comments below. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next reading. If not, thank you for being here. Okay, so bye-bye.